Welcome everyone to Do More Life. My name is Jeremy Clodfelter. This is my channel and welcome to learning how to live a better lifestyle. That's all I can tell you. That's what we're all about. Ty's in the house. Thank you so much for being here and moderating as always. I genuinely appreciate it. I'm going to say hey to a few of you guys. We got some topics to talk about. We got some good stuff to go on here. This could be a lengthy live stream. It might be a short live. It won't be a short live stream. Don't worry. I'm drinking Coke this morning, by the way. Bisker, how's it doing? How's it going? How's it doing? Had a rough day yesterday. Forgive me, guys. Tommy, what's up, man? Steven, I'm doing well. Ross, 5 million. I know, right? A few of those are yours, by the way. Thanks, Danny. Appreciate or hello to you. By the way, Go More Hike. That's Danny's channel, guys. Go over and check him out when you get a chance at some point. Go over and give him if you like his content, subscribe to his channel. He does a really good job out there in the wilderness and shows some really good stuff in the U.S. So check him out. Van Man Queen, good to see you, bro. Roger McGee, hello from Oklahoma. Richard says, or Swati, or whatever. Okay, Richard. Cody, what's up, man? Good to see you. Big hello from Melbourne says 10. Good, big hello to you too, man. Gordon, hey, man. Good to see you. Glad all you guys are here with me today. And I want to start by thanking each and every one of you for allowing this channel to grow to 5 million views. We actually have 5.1 million views now. And I think I came over here with about maybe 100,000 or so when I came to Thailand. So pretty much Thailand has given me 5 million views. And for that, I am eternally grateful. Rich has been a part of that. Ross has been a part of that. And there are other people that work behind the scenes to help me bring you guys the content that you need. Richard says, looking good, man. Like the clean shave. Thanks, bro. I almost didn't shave this morning, but I was like, I kind of need to shave. Kind of need to shave. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. And so kind of what I wanted to talk about is a few things, really. I actually wrote down a few things for you guys. And Roger, BattleBots is on. Make this good, Jeremy. Okay, I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna try. We're missing Jim. We need Jim. Somebody message Jim and ask him where he's at. I'm just kidding. But the real message, the first and most important message in this live stream we're going to have today is I want to sincerely thank you all that are watching now, and thank you that are watching on the live replay. You guys have no idea what it means to me to be able to have a channel with 5 million views on it. I am eternally grateful for that. I really am. You guys have just done miraculous things for me, and with the month that we've had, I have to say that it's just been incredible, and it couldn't have come at a better time because there are going to be some changes coming up in my life one way or the other. Cody says, yeah, I just told a new chick to hold on for 20 minutes, so you know this is good stuff here. I hear you, Cody. Well, thanks for sticking around, man. I appreciate it. But the first thing I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to give you an example of this, is the power of forgiveness. And we talk about this a lot, and I want to talk about why it's so important and what it does for me. You know, I told you guys that some of these trolls, and even trolls in real life, they like to call your job or tell your job that, you know, you're crazy, you're this, you're that. They like to make up stories and all that stuff. I learned yesterday to just forgive those people because they really, to not to sound religious or anything, but they really know not what they do. Like they don't understand the consequences of what they do. They don't understand the impact that karma is going to have on their life. They don't understand that stuff. So I feel sorry for them, and I want to pray for them in my own way of praying. Not being religious, but the power of forgiveness is something, because once you forgive somebody that's done something to you that could cause you harm, you free your mind of that, and it's gone. It's gone, guys. It's gone after that. Doesn't matter what's happened in your life, or how bad the crime was, or how bad what was done to you. Just forgive them and move on, because forgiveness is for you, not for them. Forgiveness is for your peace of mind, not theirs. And I want you to remember that. That's one thing I definitely wanted to say. Sorry, I got the AC turned up a little too loud. But that's one thing I definitely wanted to say to you guys this morning, because I feel like sometimes we get away from that, and we tend to hold grudges, and there's nothing more time consuming, energy consuming, life consuming than holding a grudge. And it's just not worth it, man. Visker7 says, pray to God that those 5 million views lead to 5 million, buddy. Yeah, I am for sure. I can see you reach that level. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Matt, good morning. Good to see you, man. Richard says, forgive, forget, and follow Jeremy's YouTube channel. There you go, man. There you go. Forget, forgive, and follow. I like that, Richard. Good job, buddy. That's a good one. That's a real good one right there. I like that. Farangutan, glad to see you have found peace of mind, purpose, and happiness in Thailand. Great stuff. Thank you, man. Because I really have. I have found some purpose and peace of mind, and especially after some stuff that happened this week, particularly some stuff happened yesterday. And it was a moment that, I could have blown up. I could have lost my cool. Could have really made things just horrible for a lot of people. And I didn't. I just kind of had a moment of venting with another person that I felt comfortable venting around. And that's it. I moved on. And what more can you do? I mean, you do the best you can and you move on. And that's what happens. You can't hold grudges, because grudges just eat up everything. And I'm not going to. Because what happens is Donnie's on it, right? That's where I was going. Refuse to let anyone reside in your head rent free. That's exactly right. I refuse. My head is full of learning how to become a better person, learning how to become a better eventual entrepreneur. I don't even classify myself as an entrepreneur yet, but learning how to be a better person, learning how to be a better money manager, learning how to be a better business-minded, oriented person. I have too much room in my mind already than to let some negligent, just ignorant person disturb that. And they can't rent free in my head if I don't let them. They just can't. John P. says, have you read or watched anything by Eckhart Tolle? I have not. A modern day enlightened being. Well, I will check it out, John. That's for sure. I'm always reading positive things. Oh, and by the way, I want to tell you guys something else too. A lot of people will tell you that if you say something about, like I just gave you a personal experience, right? Of mine, my own personal experience. But if you say that, you're feeding the trolls. No, you're not feeding the trolls. You're not feeding the trolls, because what they want is a reaction. And what I just gave you is not a reaction. I just told you how not to react. I just told you how to forgive and move on. I just told you how to let it go and keep your life going in the right direction, because they don't matter. Those that mind don't matter, and those that matter don't mind. It's that simple. Now, moving on to the next topic. Let's see. Richard says Eckhart Tolle some deep stuff, but good. Jim Carrey, big fan of his. That's interesting. I want you guys to know I have on shorts today, like shorts, real shorts. So we're not doing like the typical live stream thing here, but I'm hoping to see a few more people pop up here in the next few minutes. We've been on less than 10 minutes. I'm sure we'll get some things going. But I also wanted to talk about not living in the what if. And that means, like, let's say, for example, you apply for a new job, right? And you're worried to death about whether or not you're going to get the new job. And what if you don't? What if you don't have any secondary source of income or something like that? You can't live in the what if. You have to proceed. Try to make a backup plan if you can, but you have to proceed as though everything is going to go your way. You just have to. Ron, good morning, sir. Good to see you. Very good to see you. Thanks for dropping by. Living in the what if will drive you crazy. I have done that pretty much all my life. And for the last, I would say, 2 months, I've been coming out of that, out of that stage of my life, I guess you could say. And there is no more what if. There is, it's going to happen. And if whatever I'm trying to accomplish doesn't happen, then something else will work its way out. That's it. MOB, morning all. Let's go for the next 0 to 50 million views. I love it, man. I love it. We want to stay in the lane. There's 2 more topics I want to talk to you about, but we'll get to those. We'll get to those later, because I really want to talk about the views and how this channel, what you guys have done for this channel, really. So essentially what you have done is bring, Roger says drama free is the way to be. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Think about people, that are obsessed with animosity and that kind of thing, man. They're miserable. They're all miserable people. And the only way they can make themselves feel better is to bring somebody else down. And we don't do that on this channel. And I don't do that in my life. Richard says, CC doing some walk and talk videos. Sorry, CC, but Jeremy's are better. Only one Jeremy, the original Thai walk and talk. I like that, Richard. Thank you. He's doing good though. I like his content pretty good. It's all right. I like him as a person. I just don't know what he's going to do next, and I'm kind of interested for sure. Good morning, Nelson. Good to see you, buddy. I have to talk to you, but it's very good to see you. Cody says, what's the most successful business you've started by expats that's not a franchised operation? I may teach, but might do a side gig. Not sure yet. Doing a side gig, starting your own business over here is an extraordinarily complicated process for sure. Very, very, very complicated. You got to have a lot of money. That's the first thing. And you got to be willing to cut a lot of red tape. So if you're going to teach and do a side gig, then your side gig needs to be part-time teaching, Cody, because your work permit will allow you to do pretty much anything within the education field. And as you get that work permit, and it allows you to do various things within the work permit, then you will know that you can, by all means, work in like a part-time environment. So if you want to set up like a business on the side or something like that, that's a whole separate issue. So you would have to have, in fact, I'm not sure you can have 2 different work permits here. I'm not sure that's possible, to be honest with you. That's a great question. I have to check on that. Ron says, hit the thumbs up, subscribe buttons, and share, and ring that bell, everyone. That makes Jeremy feel all warm and fuzzy. It sure does. It makes me feel all warm and fuzzy, just all warm and fuzzy inside. Fabe, what's up? Good morning from Florida. How are you, man? Good to see you, and thank you very, very much for dropping by. I'm really glad you're here. When I first got to Thailand, I was so intimidated by what was going on around me and the negativity that had followed me over here, unfortunately, and was able to, with the support of many people, drive that forward. Richard has got the super chat started for today. Thank you so much, my friend. You know I love you and I appreciate that very, 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 very much. Very, very much. Danny says, yeah, I like the walk and talks you and Richard did. Yeah, we we really did some good walk and talks, man, for real. Me and Richard did some good stuff. And when he comes back over this way, I'm sure we'll do some more. MOB says, at Ross, thanks again for the great video and take on the hater spot on. Yeah, Ross did a great job. Super chats are paid out at the end of the month. Come on, subs. There you go, Richard. Get them riled up, man. You're right. Super chats are paid out at the end of the month. So, it's always, I have to say this has been a great month, but everything that goes in with what's going on this month could not be better. So, monetary contributions are very, very much appreciated this month, even more so than they normally would be. Just letting you know. Ross says you need a very reliable and trusted Thai person to be successful in starting a business. I have to say that Ross is right. That's a very, very good point. Cody, if you're still listening, I don't know if your 20 minutes are up yet. Donnie says at the end of the day, it's all about you. That's true. It is definitely all about me. It is all about, or you, the individual, the person. It's all about, what kind of attitude do you want to carry around with you? What kind of person do you want to be? And that's kind of what, that's kind of what you have to decide, really. So be successful. And being successful doesn't mean you have to make a lot of money to be successful. It just means you have to consider yourself successful at whatever you do. I was reminded yesterday of some of the things that I had accomplished since I've been here, and I was glad to hear that reminder. Very glad to hear it. Donnie says at the end, I read that. Billy, can you recommend which bank is Thai friendly for expat to set a bank account? I've heard Bangkok Bank is probably the best because they're the ones that you can transfer money to and from the U.S. with. I've heard. I don't know. I have several bank accounts. So here in Thailand, and Bangkok Bank seems to be a very good one. Gordon's Alive says expat businesses fail quickly here. He's right. I've seen that happen very, very a lot. I've seen that happen. Nelson says Bangkok Bank is good. Yep. Steve says, JC, how we doing, man? Man, I'm doing great. Stuck in Florida says, good morning, JC. Hope you're having a great weekend. I'm having an awesome weekend, brother. Awesome weekend. And the weekends are just going to keep getting better for sure. Because somebody tried to pull a little stunt on me yesterday and it didn't work. I love it. Richard says, love Ross's video on money needed to retire. Well thought out, and his delivery of the content was excellent. It was beyond excellent. Richard, I agree with you about the excellent part. A lot of people argued with him back and forth, but it's simply because they didn't understand what he was saying. Ross says Krung Thai is great. I have an account there, but great. I don't know. For me personally, like I went to the ATM yesterday to make a withdrawal with my American card. It wouldn't work. I tried 3 times. Went over to the, I think Siam ATM or what, some kind of different ATM, and it came out the first time. So, but Krung Thai is okay. There's definitely nothing wrong with it. Cody says here online teaching looks very easy on time. A lot of companies look like they have you operate 6 to 10 p.m. there if part-time. That's true. That's true. Steve says you're a positive dude. I wish you all the best. Thanks, Steve. I appreciate that. Mike says, how's your teaching job been going? It's been going great. To be honest with you. Eric, what's up, Eric? Eric has just super chatted $20, man, and I appreciate that very, very much. Eric is gonna be let me see what he wrote. Might be heading to Thailand next month. We need to work on that educational fund. Anyone who matches me, I will do it again. Wow. So Eric has said if you match his $20 super chat, he will contribute another 20. That's amazing. I, I hope you find somebody that'll do that, Eric. That would be great, dude. That would be awesome. Yeah, Eric and I are working on Eric's going to help me build the website, the DoMoreLife website. So I really appreciate him. Thank you for that, Eric. Thank you very much. And when he gets the time, we're going to get to doing it. Richard has just matched that at $19.99. He says, please count this as 20, Eric. So there we go. And Richard says, at Ross, made me sad when you were getting hate comments. It was an excellent video. Yeah, it absolutely was. Thank you, Richard. Thank you for matching that. I really genuinely appreciate that so much. Since Jim's not here, this is fun watching you guys go back and forth. This is I'm really having a lot of fun with this and talking to you guys about things that matter. Cody says, I was thinking like a hot dog stand. Sounds funny, but you can't do that here. You cannot be a street vendor of any kind. That's one of the things. That's one of the jobs that are listed that are expats are prevented from doing. You cannot be a foreigner and have something like that. Sorry, man. So you can't do that, unfortunately. In fact, Bangkok Jack just had or I think it was Bangkok Jack. It may have been somebody else, or maybe it was Pattaya One. They just had something like that, and they got a bunch of people got arrested and all that stuff. So, yeah, Eric, thanks again, man. Appreciate that. And Richard has met your match, Eric. I can't believe Richard just popped on and did that, but thank you, Richard, very much. I appreciate it. Cody's, let's see. Eric says, you're welcome. Richard says, add Eric, my new favorite sub. Yeah, he's a good dude, man. He's a real good dude. I got to talk to him offline last week a little bit or chat with him offline a little bit last week. And, he really, contributed to the channel a lot. Ross says, Cody, look for things you can do online. Yeah. That's a good idea. Nelson says, get a Thai lady to man the hot dog stand. That's, hey, whatever works, right? Gordon says, every expat-owned restaurant I go to, the owner tries to sell the place to me. Hey, man, I believe you because I know what location you live in. I'm not going to say where, Gordon, but in that location, it has been a very, very low season. Eric says, okay, 20 more. Okay, Richard, close enough. Done deal. Come on, everyone. Eric's trying to convince you guys to super chat. Remember, you can super chat or you can PayPal. It doesn't matter. If you want to, Jeremy doesn't ask for money. Just saying, it's up there if you want to. If you don't, you don't. That's fine. We had a record week last week. It was absolutely unbelievable. And you guys are just helping make my Saturday that much better. So I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate it very, very much. That's one reason I like doing these Saturday morning live chats is because they do help with revenue. And believe it or not, guys, when you see a YouTuber, it does cost to do stuff like this, and you guys just help really, really, really help out with that. And I thank you so much for that. I really do. Cody says, hey, I'll hire a cutie pie. That's how you sell anyway. that's definitely doable for sure. Rob says, Cody, I think you can have that company, just can't work in it. Need to hire ties. That's possible. The what I read yesterday said you said a foreigner cannot own a street vending business. So, I don't know. Things change here all the time. And sometimes they change for the good. Sometimes they change for the bad. But nevertheless, they still change. Now, next topic. Trials build character. What do I mean by that? If you guys, some of you guys that know me and know that the harassment I've had to deal with, having this YouTube channel, the constant threats, we're going to call your job, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, I'm going to tell her, I've been doxxed, I'm going to tell everybody where you live, tell everybody where you work, all this stuff that I've had to go through has made me stronger. It's made me not live in the what ifs anymore. It's made me get out of the what ifs. It's made me understand the power of forgiveness, like I was talking to you about earlier. Just forgive those people that do that, man, because they don't. There's something wrong with them, and in some cases, I don't believe it's their fault. I believe they were born that way. If you're a narcissistic, either sociopath or psychopath, then you were probably born that way. And I really feel sorry for him. I do. I really do. I feel sorry for him. So there has been many trials here, and I've learned so much from them. And one of the main things I've learned is just keep putting one foot in front of the other, and everything else will take care of itself. And one of my friends, who I now call a friend, here in Thailand, has told me that over and over, and it has worked flawlessly up until this point. And I don't see it. Of course, there are going to be speed bumps in the road and that kind of thing. Let me just take a second to thank all you guys that super chatted again, because man, you guys are rocking it. But I want to say that that character building that all the negativity brings, when you learn how to get spit on and just wipe it off your face and keep moving. And I'm not talking about literal, I mean metaphorical, of course. But when you learn how to just wipe it off and keep going, and it doesn't even bother you because you realize the person that did it has nothing better to do with their life and are just that sad, it makes life so much easier. It makes life so much easier. What we got here? Ross says, fall down, get up, wash, rinse, repeat. That's absolutely right. Joe, what's up, Joe? Good to see you, man. Do you want to come to Samui mid-September? I'll cover your flight and a few days in the hotel if you fancy it. Brother, I would love to come. I need to talk to you offline about that. Like after this, give me about an hour after this super chat. Or not super chat, after this live stream, and let me talk to you about that, because I got to explain some things, and I would love to come to Samui, and thank you so much for that offer, because that is freaking amazing. Let's see here. Nelson says, please don't make me cry, Jeremy. I hear you, bud. Richard has popped up with another $19.99. I'm a gentleman, so I match Eric's contribution. Even Steven at Eric. Wow. Joe says, I'm dead serious, mate. Get time offline. We can sort that. Yeah, we will. We definitely will. Definitely will. Ross says, special chat, not super chat. I like that. Let's see. Noel X says, your channel is so beneficial. I was in Bangkok for the first time last week, and your information is invaluable. Thank you so much, Noel. I appreciate that. That is what I'm here for. Gordon says, some people should not be forgiven. Some things you should not forget, but forgiveness is what I believe is just a part of life. In my opinion. In my opinion, it's better to forgive and move on, but don't forget. I don't mean you have to forgive them and then be their friend. I just mean forgive them for you, because forgiveness is for you, not for them. It's for you, your peace of mind. Ross, let's see, I got that. Cody says, no kid is of Samui beaches and hotels would be cool. Yeah. Oh, no kidding. I know it would. And Joe's talked to me about this before, and I have to talk to him offline. I'll get back to you guys on all this stuff. Roger says, for those who live in Thailand, you're having to do the TM30 notifications, and how hard is the process? Well, it depends on your landlord. If you got a good landlord like I do, it's not hard at all. You just tell them you're leaving, and when you get back, you tell them you're back. They file it online, and it's done. But if you don't, then You know, if you have a landlord that is slack about it, then you know immigration can find a way to throw it on you. I'm sure. MOB says, "Don't worry, JC. He's on the run and on the way to the airport shortly." Oh no. We're not talking about that guy. We're not talking about that guy. Trust me, I'm not talking about him at all. This has nothing to do with him. Ross says, "Forgive yes, forget no." Yeah, exactly. You just forgive and move on because there's nothing. In fact, nothing I've said today, just so you know, MOB, nothing I've said today has to do with who you're talking about. Absolutely nothing. This is other stuff that's went on recently. And yes, don't forget, because if you forget your mistakes, you are bound to repeat them. Okay, so don't forget the mistakes that you made by trusting this person, trusting that person, that kind of thing. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. Don't forget people's shortcomings. It's okay to give people a second chance, but you have to be very wary and cautious when you do that. Eric says, "How long is flight from New York to Thailand?" I don't know, to Thailand. To the Philippines, it was, well, from New York to Taiwan, from JFK to Taiwan, it was 16 hours nonstop. So I'm not sure. I flew to Thailand from the Philippines, which was only like 3.5 hours. So I'm not sure, buddy. Just living the Thai life. Hey, there you are. Good morning, Jeremy. How you doing? I'm great, man. Good to see you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Jeff says JFK to Hong Kong is 15.5 hours, and Hong Kong to Bangkok is like 2 hours. There you go. Mary says, "Do you prefer Thailand over the Philippines, and how much more would it cost the average lifestyle in Thailand?" For me personally, Thailand is a better fit. Therefore, I guess you could say I would prefer to live in Thailand. Cost of living is up to you. It's whatever you want it to be. I can't tell you what your cost of living should be. I have no idea. Cody says, "Seems like anywhere from the U.S. to Thailand is 22 to 27 hours flight time." That's true. Bendover says, "Hey, where are you? Where in the U.S. are you from?" Sounds like Georgia, Tennessee. North Carolina, man. North Carolina. Richard says, "Thanks for giving me something good to watch on a Friday night. This is a fun chat." And you're welcome, Richard. Thanks for all your contributions, man. It's been freaking awesome with all the super chats. Absolutely amazing. Rob says, "New York to Thailand, door to door, 24 hours. Okay. Go More Hike says, "East Coast to Tokyo is around 14 hours or so. Tokyo to Bangkok is another 8. Woo! That's a lot. That's 2 fairly long flights." Alan says, "Staying positive will take you a long way to happiness." Yes, Alan, you are 100% correct. It absolutely will. Chris says, "Hong Kong to Bangkok, iffy now with just the protest." Yeah, I heard about that. The Hong Kong overnight stay is about $200, and there's a protest going on there. So they kind of shut down one of the airports, I think, or they're shutting it down like every other day or something like that. Richard says, "New York to Thailand is 14 to 15 hours. Sometimes they go up and over the North Pole." Yep, that's how I traveled to the Philippines, was up and over. Ben says, "Took me 36 hours from Georgia to Hong Kong to Phuket." Wow, you must have booked a real cheap flight and had a lot of layovers. Scott said, "I enjoy your videos." Thanks, Scott. Appreciate that, man. MOB says, "Okay, sir, point taken." Yeah. Just don't worry about that, man. Don't worry about that. No problems at all. Ross says, "Flying to Thailand, take extended layover in Japan or Taipei, 2 vacations, 1 price." Ross has a good point there. You can take if you're not in a hurry, you can do like Japan or Taipei and stay for a couple days or whatever, and have 2 vacations in one if you got a month or something like that. So that's a very, very good idea. Cody says, "I'm watching the beach movie right now, thinking about Thailand 24/7. Well, it's coming, bro. It's coming. Fabe says, "Mia to Doha, 14 hours. Doha to Bangkok, 6 hours. Richard T says, "At Ross, would you be interested in some collaboration on a Do More Life video when I return?" There's a good question. Fawad, how are you, sir? Good to see you. Hey, JC, hope all is well. Took a flight from Toronto, Canada to Hong Kong, 16 hours, then 3 hours to Bangkok. Well, there you go. I've heard everything now from 8 hours to 3 hours from different parts of the country. Just living the Thai life. Fly to Japan in December for 1 week, then Thailand for 2 weeks, 11 and a half hours, UK to Thailand. There you go. Ross has said, absolutely, Richard. Ben says, went first and business, but layovers. Gotcha. Layovers. No, layovers will definitely get you. I just assume when it takes people that long that they normally take the cheaper flights because that's what I do. Go More Hike says the movie The Beach depresses me. Roger from Oklahoma. Is it best to leave from LA or New York? Probably LA. I would say LA. If I had a choice, I would leave from LA because it's easier to it's more of a one-way shot from LA than it is from New York, because it just is. And Fabe says Qatar Air is a great airline. I've never flown Qatar, but I've heard that they have a really, really, really good service. Go More Hike says, I'd leave from LA if I had a choice. Mary says, if you fly to Thailand, it is closer on the West Coast. Yeah, I would agree with that. Bendover says, Roger, hi Dallas to Hong Kong to BKK. Richard says that Ross looking forward to meeting your 46 dogs. Noel says, I transited through Hong Kong. There are no more airport protests. Was lucky enough to miss the airport closure. Anyone traveling through Hong Kong airport now should be okay. Okay, cool. Ross talking about his dogs. Ron says, Roger McGee, I went from Oklahoma City to Houston to Tokyo to Bangkok, 25 hours. That's not bad. Noel lives in Japan. Cool. So you obviously know what you're talking about then. Good deal, Noel. Thank you. Just living the Thai life says, hey to Ron. And Fabe says Qatar Air has a great business class, very comfortable for Miami. I will never be able to fly business class, I don't think. I will at some point, guys, but it's going to be a long time. Got to get that money first. Are you experienced? What's up, my friend? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Been watching you on Facebook and getting your Jimi Hendrix stuff on. So good to see you, man. And thanks so much for stopping by, bro. Really appreciate it. And if Ty needs any help, he can let me know, and I'll drop you a wrench too. Richard says, Ryan, hey, bud. Chris says, Noel students are doing Hong Kong airport today. Okay. Cody says, from Houston, Eva Air does most of the flights here. Yeah, Eva's a great airline. I've flown there. So, I've flown 16-hour nonstop with Eva, and the service is fantastic. Just living the Thai life, saying, hey, are you experienced? And let's see, Mark says, flying Tuesday, Phoenix to San Fran to Nardia to Bangkok. Cool. Ross says, earn your points with the airline to get your business class. Yeah, that's true, too. Richard says, Jeremy, you should teach Do More Life to the Thai kids. I try to throw it in there. Hey, look who's here, guys. It's Jim. Oh, my God. Jim, what is up, my friend? How are you, man? Good to see you. I'm glad you're here, bro. Some of the guys have already done some super contributions, which I greatly appreciate. And somebody just sent, wow, Richard. Wow, dude. Thank you so much. Somebody, can I tell people what you just did, or do you want to tell people what you just did? Somebody just sent a large contribution via PayPal, and I thank you for that more than you know, because that's immediate money. So I very, very, very much appreciate that, sir. Thank you. But Jim, I am glad to see you here. Patia, hi. Hi to you, sir. Tommy says, I'm not wealthy, but if the channel gets hang on. Let me go back up. If the channel gets 3 more donations, any amount, I will kick in $10. There you go, guys. Here we go. Patia says 620 aiming for again. I don't. There's never an aim or a goal, man. It just kind of happens, and I love you guys for it. I absolutely love you guys for it. What just happened on PayPal was phenomenal. So I don't know. I'm waiting to see reply. Okay, Richard says sure. So Richard just sent another. Richard's already kicked in what $60 or so, and he just sent another 50 via PayPal. So in case you guys were wondering if that's true or not, there you go. So thank you so much for that, Richard. Fabe says air and credit points you get there, JC. Love your channel. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Ron says Bangkok to Tokyo, San Francisco to Oklahoma. Richard has kicked in another $4.99 on Super Chat. I think he did that just to be one of the three for to get Tommy to kick in his $10, and that's great. That's fantastic. I love you guys, man. You guys make my day. Let's see here. Roger says, oh, right, he's talking to somebody else. Yeah, hey Jim, definitely hey Jim. We're always glad when Jim comes in because we never know what's going to happen when Jim gets here. Noel says, even if the students are at the airport today, they're restricted to certain area and they cannot shut the airport down. Oh, okay, cool. So no worries from Hong Kong. Ron says, I flew ANA to Bangkok, United back. ANA much better. Oh, I imagine so. I've heard some horror stories about United. Mary says, where is Thailand? What's it close to? I really don't even know if I should answer that question or not. Google Thailand and you will find it. Ron says, Roger McGee Duncan, I don't know what he meant by that. 40. Somebody just did a $40 super chat, and I have no idea what it is. Richard says 1 to 3 contributions. Eric says, okay, let's kick this off. That's Eric. Okay, bro. You go, man. You go, Eric. Thank you, bro, from the bottom of my heart, man. Thank you so much. I'll see what you guys do. I'm going to go back up and keep reading comments for the time being. Thank you, Eric, and thank you, Richard, again, guys, for doing this. That's 2. Let's see here. Are you experienced as Bendover says, oh, he's talking to Ron. Are you experienced says, I heard today some airline from Australia is making a straight flight from Sydney to New York, 20 hours in the air. Wow. Yeah, they are. In fact, I think that is what's the Australian airline? Can't remember. Damn. Richard just keeping in the third one for you there. Time ain't $9.99 from Richard. Richard, you can stop, buddy, but I genuinely appreciate every penny, man. Every penny. I appreciate it. I genuinely appreciate it. I'm keeping an eye on the email over here for some type of wait. We got there it is. Tommy just kicked in his 10 as promised, guys. So he kept his word. You guys are awesome. Absolutely awesome. You guys are so awesome. That is the Australian-based airline. What is the Australian-based airline? It's not Qatar. It's what's the name of it? I can't think. Anyway, somebody will tell me. Jim says, okay, guys, here we go. Ross says, Mary, Google Southeast Asia. Jim says, Jeremy just said, there's never a name or never a goal. Keep that to yourself, Jeremy. There's always a goal for me, and that goal is to get Jeremy off this 9-to-5 crap. But that is a great goal, and I appreciate that goal very, very much, because as soon as Jeremy comes off the 9-to-5 crap, then the YouTube becomes his life. Epic live chat indeed, Richard. Epic, absolutely epic. 100%. I couldn't agree more. And we've done all this in 43 minutes. Usually it takes us like 2.5 hours to do this. So I still have a few topics to talk about too, and that's great. Let's see. Ron says he's talking to somebody else. Carl, what's up, Carl? I flew in a tube to Southeast Asia, and it was a long flight. Yeah, I bet it was. Chris says Qantas. That's it. Qantas. Qantas is the airline that will be making that. Carl said the same thing. Tommy just sent me 10. Yep, I saw it, bro, and I appreciate it very, very much. Ben says, did I? Oh, he's talking to somebody else. In a tube. Yeah, I assume he's talking about a cheap airline, I would imagine. Just living the Thai life says, back to work, I must go. Take care, JC. Okay, just living the Thai life. Take care, man. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. So you guys are chasing aircraft miles right now. Are your experiences? I'm very happy to see you, Jared, and I agree with Richard. Great content as usual. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I hope you go back and catch the beginning of this video, because it was pretty cool. We talked about some very important stuff. Jim says, Eric, I need you to head up the game tonight. Get these guys in line. I've got to go. I just wanted to stop in for a minute. Jeremy, I can't stay tonight. I'm sorry. Starting right now. Eric, get these guys. Eric's already done his part, man. Eric's done his part for sure. He's done it. So Jim, I hate you can't stay, buddy, but thanks for coming by. I'm glad you stopped in to say hey, and I will see you soon, my friend. Whatever it is you're doing, take care. Ross says, let's see. Ron says, thank you, Justin, or TC Justin. Ross says, do all the Do More Life family send JC a video of you doing more life and let him make fan thank you videos. That would be awesome. That is an awesome idea, Ross. You guys do your own little clips. Make sure they're in MP4 or .mov, MOV format, and send those to me, and I will do a video of the thank you videos. Like, I'll put a whole video together of the thank you for doing more life videos. That would be awesome. You guys can shoot them on your cell phones. It'll take you, I don't know, 20, 30 seconds or something like that. That would be amazing, guys. That would be absolutely amazing. So, yeah, feel free. Don't let me stop you is what I'm trying to say. Let's see. Noel says Australian national airline is Qantas. That's correct. Jim says, could be my total from last Friday night, 646. If that total gets beat, I have $100 to start off next Friday night. Wow. Jim says if that gets beat. I doubt it'll get beat, man, but I tell you what, it's a great goal to shoot for. Eric says, you got it, Jim. We still need that that St. Petersburg trip. We do need to plan that St. Petersburg trip. Richard, I don't think you were here last week, but if you were not, we were talking about going to St. Petersburg, Russia, like getting a little group together and going to St. Petersburg, because the Russian ruble is like, I think somebody said 56 to 1 right now or something. Would it be cool to take a trip to Russia? That would be awesome. That would be so cool. And frankly, I'm looking forward to it. So what people don't understand is I'm not going to be teaching the rest of my life. I'm going to be making content and things that help people and help travelers. And, we're going to do the whole Travel Foundation thing. If you guys don't know what I meant by the Travel Foundation, eventually I'm going to start a website with Eric's help. And we're going to, there'll be a free section, of course, and then there'll be a paid member section where you guys will get some stuff that you've never got before, and you'll get some behind the scenes stuff and many other perks. And like either $1 or 50 cents or something of your membership fee will go to a fund that is set up by, you can be a total of 6 years without getting a teaching license. Danny, that's how long you can be a teacher. But a certain portion of that membership is going to go into a travel fund. And what that's going to do is that's going to set up somebody is going to have to prove that they, can't financially afford the trip, B, that they've done their homework, their research, they know how to get a visa to come to Thailand or anywhere they want to go. And C, they're going to have to answer some questionnaires about why they deserve the money from the travel fund. And we're going to use that travel fund money to either help with a flight over here or possibly a hotel stay or a contribution to their effort to get over. So we want to help people do more life, and that's going to be our monetary kick in. So membership fees to do more life, when it comes up online, it's going to be a long time. A certain percentage of that, I don't know how much yet, but some of it will go towards that travel fund. That travel fund was 100% completely my idea. So if anybody gets mad, that's my idea. I think it's a great thing, and I think it'll be a great way to help people. Jim says, guys, once again, I apologize. Got to make this Friday night very epic for Jeremy. Beat the 646 from last Friday night. It'll be hard to do, Jim, but I tell you, man, you guys absolutely rocked it. You rocked it, and tonight it has been rocked very well. I don't know what the total is, but it's up there for sure. Chris says, you're a good man. Nice outlook. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate that, man. I'm all about helping people out. I really am. New York says, late but good evening. Hey, New York, Frank, it is good to see you, my brother. We've had an awesome super chat so far, and I've still got topics to talk about, so we're not going anywhere anytime soon. Richard says, honest content produces exceptional results at hashtag do more life. Hey, man, you know me, Richard. I've never been anything other than honest and transparent, and that's all I can be is myself. There's thing about trying to be somebody that you're not is eventually you're going to see who that person is one way or the other. The mask is going to fall off eventually, and it's better for it to fall off, or it's better never to put it on than have it fall off. Eric says, okay, guys, Jeremy works hard on this stuff. Help him out so we can help build this channel into something special and spectacular. I agree, Eric. We are on our way. Contribute now. Take care, Jim. Eric says, Ben says, going to jump in bed night, fellas. See you, Ben. Thanks for dropping by, man. I appreciate it. Go More Hike says that name. He's got and a smiley face. I like it. Dino, good morning from sunny Sydney. How are you, man? Good to see you. Keep going, Jeremy. You're the man inspiring. Thanks, Richard. I appreciate that very much. I want to talk to you guys also about, hang on. Noel's got a comment. What are teaching wages in Thailand? Bad. I have a BA degree and a BEd degree. Then you might make a little bit of money. If you have an education degree. To grade 6 education to people who need TEFL. I have a TEFL and a BA degree in communications, health communications to be specific. In fact, there are people that are wondering. Hang on, guys. Stand by 1 second. Hang on 1 second. Scott, no, travel fund not helping people get out of a bad situation. It's helping people get into a good one. But I understand your question. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm coming back. I do have a TEFL. It's online, though. It's saved online. Noel, you were asking about it. So it does help. You can never go wrong with that, with it for sure. But there was long time ago, there were people questioning whether or not I actually had a real 4-year degree. 1 second. Any more questions about the 4-year degree? Okay. Moving on. Let's see. Good hard to do. Thanks, Sandman Steve. I appreciate that. Just got a message. Tommy sent another 10. Thank you, brother. Thank you. We're still getting them coming in here. Ron sent 5. we're getting them, bro. They're coming. They're coming. They're still coming. I love it. Absolutely love it. Getting a TEFL is a good idea. Noel, just so you know. Scott says, could you try? No, I already talked about that. Stuck in Florida says, hope you have a great chat, JC. Got to go have a great weekend and keep doing more life. Thank you very much. Stuck in Florida, and I hope you have a great weekend as well. Wish you all the best, man. Chris says, I'm old. Explain the best way to make a contribution to the channel. PayPal. There's a link below. If you look at the link below, it'll say something like my PayPal .me / Hey, put the link up, Ty. Ty's going to put the link up for you, Chris, right here in the chat section. He's going to put that up for you. And as soon as he puts that link up, it's also on the bottom of the video. Ross says, hang on, before I get to Ross there. Or Chris, you can hit the super chat button at the bottom, but PayPal is the best way to go, to be honest with you, brother. I'll keep an eye on the phone here and see if it comes through. Cody says, Noel X, I've seen 30,000 baht to about 45,000 baht, depending on the area. That's true. Bangkok seems to pay the most, and of course, it's if you teach at a college. I agree. Ross says, JC, literal mic drop. That's right. That's it, bro. That's the signed, sealed, delivered, stamp. I haven't got the hang on. I haven't got this is the stuff that they sent me with the degree that you could order for plaques and stuff. You know, they send you this little brochure or whatever that come with the degree. So that is the literal mic drop, guys, in case anybody had a question about that. Oh my goodness, we got PayPal money coming. Let's see here. We got I'm not sure if everybody wants me to show their name or not, but we got 10 that just came in, and wow, look at this. You think this guy believes in this channel? Do you think he believes in what we're doing here? This is Richard, guys. $55 more. Do you know how much money he's contributed today? I'm saying, I got to say close to $200 total, and between PayPal and Super Chat. That's amazing, man. Richard, I can't say thank you enough. I don't even know what to say to you, to be honest with you, other than I just, from the bottom of my heart, I absolutely, I just can't say thank you enough, man. I cannot say thank you enough, Richard. So thank you, brother. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Wow. That's not a Yankee diploma. I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean by Yankee. We call people from the North Yankee. This is a real 4-year diploma right here, bud. Sorry. I don't know what Yankee means, but that's real. Anyway, let's see here. No need to justify. Let's see. Wait a minute. Where was that? Scott says, very nice. I always believed you. I'm sure you guys did, but that's just for the people that didn't. Richard says, Ross, what's next? I was thinking about creating a bid for DoMoreLife post-Pattaya depression, the cure. Sound interesting and all? Hey, that sounds interesting to me, Richard. I actually have some video that Ross shot that I'm going to edit for you guys, and there's a big surprise in there for sure. Dino says, no need to justify yourself, mate. Believers believe. Oh, I know. It's just, if you guys knew what I had to go through to get that, it's more of an accomplishment that I'm showing to you than it is the look, haters, I got my degree. It's not really about that. It's that 6 years of my life and the previous decade before that, the things that I had to go through in order to get that degree and the sacrifices I made. That I'm the only person in my family to ever have a bachelor's degree, a college degree in anything. So for me, it's a huge accomplishment, and I'm very proud of it. I'm not going to lie. I'm not boasting about it. It's just a bachelor's degree, but to most people, but to me, it's a monumental statement. Go More Height says, sound interesting. I agree. Ross says, Pattaya has zero interest for me. There you go. Chris says, thanks. You are very welcome, Chris. Eric in Virginia says, if someone contributes $10, I will match it. All right, we'll wait on that. I don't know if you count the 10 from the PayPal, Eric, or not, but no, because I hadn't been sent yet. I understand. There's the link you were asking for, Chris. I think Ty put that up. Yep. So Noel said, "Oh, there's Phantom Dizzy. Any videos? Any marrying a Thai girl?" I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been so busy since I've been here. I haven't really had time to do the whole marrying a Thai girl thing, or even have really long relationships. I had a short relationship in Bangkok with a very, very, very nice young lady. She was 24, 25, 24, something like that. Master's degree, or she was working on a master's degree, and absolutely just intelligent young lady that I adored. But when I moved from Bangkok, unfortunately, I had to move away from her because she goes to school there. Gilmore Hike says, I'd recommend getting a TEFL. Teaching to non-native English speaker is different. I agree. TEFL is definitely helpful, and you can get them from just about anywhere from accredited school that is actually accredited. Let's see. Gilmore Hike said, Ross says, hit me offline for ideas. I have some ideas. I bet he does. All right, it's an hour, so it's time for me to stretch out a little bit here, guys. Sorry, let me turn there we go. And shorts. These are real shorts. See, they have pockets, so no worries. Tommy says, wow, Richard, that's great. It is great. It's absolutely fantastic, and I thank and I love Richard for it. I really, 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 really do. Ross says, not an online degree. You talking about my bachelor's degree? That is definitely not an online degree. Definitely not an online degree. You can go to University of North Carolina at Charlotte and look me up, man. I'm alumni. Richard says, Ron, thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you. And Chris, there it is. Chris kept his word, guys. Chris kept his word. Look at that. You guys are amazing. You guys are absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I just, the words thank you just doesn't do enough right now for all the suggestion, or for all the things that you guys do for me. It's just it's mind blowing, and I love you for it. And I know you can't do it all the time. I don't ever expect you to do it. I just got 10 from I'll just say Carl. I'm not going to say his last name. We'll just say from a guy named Carl, unless he wants me to say his name. Got 10 from him. Thank you so much for that. Good Lord, thank you so much for that. That's my cell phone going off, by the way. That saying PayPal's telling me, hey, you just got money. Richard says, Jeremy and I are friends, man. Contributions are important to the channel. That's true. They are. They're very important to the channel. And as I get ready to, make some moves here and do a few different things, like later today when this live stream's over, I'm going to go shoot some content at a different place. And I'm going to, I got some things planned for you guys. And I also have some video to edit that Ross has sent me, which is, I think you guys are going to find kind of fantastic, to be honest with you. It's very, very different, I would say. Beautiful surprise, Ross says. Yes, indeed. Cody says, Noel, 90% of jobs I've seen available ask for TEFL. That's true. That's true. The kangaroo, what's up, man? Good. Very good to see you. Good day, JC. How are you doing, mate? I'm doing great. Chris says, I think I sent a few bucks. Let me know. You absolutely did, sir. And I thank you for it very, very much. Dino says, I'm cooking Thai chicken basil chili while watching the stream. I'll send you a pic after it's finished. Okay. Feel free to do that. Richard says, this is the best. Something just popped up on my screen. There it goes. Okay, Richard says, this is the best live stream I've been a part of, Jay. I know, man. It really is. It really is. Last week was like this too, believe it or not. Except Jim Jim had everybody just driving. We did like in total between PayPal and Super Chat, we did like I think six something. Like almost 100 of that came from PayPal, and the rest of it was Super Chat last week. It was absolutely amazing, man. It's really transformed, and today will transform this month for me. It's I've been needing to save and save and save. You guys know there's a camera I'm trying to get, but I'm not. This money's not going to go for that. This money's going to go for something else. And you guys are going to be shocked in about 28 days, hopefully. If everything goes according to plan, in about 28 days, I'm going to have some news for you guys, and it's going to be good. It's going to be real good. Eric in Virginia says, low battery, got to go. Thank you, Eric, very, very much for everything. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate everything you've done. Thank you so much. Tommy says, time is money, and making YouTube videos takes a lot of time. It sure does. Absolutely. Yeah, and we thank Jim very much. I wish he was able to stick around because Jim would still be in there. He just kept going and going. You should have seen it, Richard. He just kept going. Every time somebody would match something, he would hit it. He would create a game. Like he would put up a $5 super chat, and he says, if I can get 10 people to match this, then I'll triple my first contribution. And then he would put up a $10 super chat and said, if I can get 10 people to match this, I'll double my contribution. I mean, it was a wild live stream, but it was one of the best things that ever happened to me for sure. Carl says, we want to get you enough money for you to buy your own private jet to travel with. That would be amazing. That's a very long shot, but that would be absolutely amazing, guys. If I could just get enough money to get out of the 9-to-5 world and travel for a living, that would be amazing. But I have a feeling that's coming in, a couple years down the road. It shouldn't be too much longer. The channels are growing. The best thing I can ask from you guys, other than continuing to help the channel in terms of just watching videos, commenting, and of course, all the monetary stuff goes a long way. But the other thing you can do to help grow the channel that's very simple, very easy, and costs you absolutely nothing is sharing the videos. Just go through the channel and find the video that you like the best and share it on your Facebook, or share it with a friend that needs to see it. Share it with somebody that's coming to Southeast Asia. Share it with somebody that needs to know cost of living on Thailand. I have playlists on all this stuff, guys. All this stuff. So you can go to the playlist and pick a video and just share away. And that is the best way to help grow this channel. We want to get to 30. What I'm trying to do is make DoMoreLife, the website, like a very special place. If we can get to 30,000 subscribers, I can qualify for channel memberships. And that's like a Patreon, except this is through YouTube. So the perks are like, wow. Like I've read what some of the perks that some of these channel memberships are doing. Whew, man, you guys could really pick up a lot of extra really cool stuff from this channel, because you guys know I work hard at this stuff. I had to take the last couple of days off because remember I told you we're working on something big in the future. And that's why you haven't seen content in a couple of days. But I put out a video at least every day this month up until or to match the number of days this month up until a couple of days ago. So I had some things I had to take care of. But anyway, Ron says hit the thumbs up, subscribe button, and share. Ring that bell. Yeah, when you go over the bell, make sure you hit the one that says all notifications. That way you don't miss anything. It's awesome. Go More Hike says, what do you see as your independence point? 30,000 subs, X amount of views. It's got to be all about the views. It has to be about the monthly revenue. And the monthly revenue from YouTube. It depends on what my Project 3 revenue comes in as, to be honest with you, Danny. I think at 30,000 subs, if we have the AdSense revenue, and we keep having days like today where super chats and PayPal's, especially PayPal's, that come directly in, and PayPal's are only cost 3%. YouTube takes 30% of the super chat. So the PayPal is really the way to go. And if we get, I don't know, it's a hard question, Danny. I will answer that question for you, brother. But I think at 30,000, we're going to be really, 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 really close. I think so. I think at 30,000 and at about 350,000 to 500,000 views a month, we're going to be there. I've gotten 940,000 views in a month before, and that was last November when that video went viral. I usually average about 150 to 200,000 views a month, and we're just short as of today, just short of 200,000 views for the month. So the views are what matter, and the monetization. So with the views and AdSense doing its part, I don't know. I hate to answer that right now because I don't want to lie to you. Yes, PayPal has acknowledged that Chris's contribution came in. That's awesome. All right, let me catch up you guys here because we still have topics to talk about. Cody says, I'm in a lot of Facebook groups. Some are music groups, some are travel, some movie watchers. Okay, if I share there, Matt, share anywhere you want to. The only thing about it is you guys already know you're gonna get a lot of crap when you share on other platforms about me. But don't worry about it. But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Okay. You can share anywhere you want to, bro. Anywhere you want to. I'm just saying, if somebody says something you like, oh, if you're friends with him, I'm going to call your job and tell your boss, blah, 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 blah. Don't believe that crap. They're not going to do anything. And even if they do, what are they going to do? What are they going to tell them? Just don't even believe that crap. It's just a bunch of idle threats and a bunch of insecure people trying to ruin somebody else's life. That's all. Share away, guys. That's what I say. Phantom Dizzy says, what is the number one question you get asked by subscribers? How much is it going to cost me to live in Thailand? That's the number one question, Phantom. And my answer is always the same. It depends on how much you want to spend here in Thailand. That's true. You can do it here for $900 a month. It can be done. Absolutely. I have friends up north, guys that I talk to. I haven't met personally, but I know them. They do it for $900 or sometimes a little bit less. You're not going to do it where I'm at. You're not going to do it in Bangkok for $900 a month unless you. I don't know. I don't think it's possible. But my common number is like somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000 a month will give you a comfortable lifestyle here, depending on what your interpretation of comfortable is. So, it's all up to you. Your cost of living is whatever you want it to be. That's my final answer on cost of living. Good question, though, Phantom. Dean, hey Dean, good to see you, man. Hadn't seen you in. I think you dropped by Super Chat. Not Super Chat, live stream the other day. So thank you very much, bro, for coming by. Dino, you can be in my entourage when I win the Powerball. Plenty of travel in. Yes, sir. I will absolutely. I will film the entourage. Go More Hike says, okay. Carl says 30% should have bought Google stock. I know, right? Yeah, you definitely should have, for sure. Are we live? Yes, we are live, Stephen. Ross says, Phantom, number one question I always ask, how much does it cost? Yeah, the answer is up to you. So, exactly. Chuck, how are you doing, my friend? It is so freaking good to see you, bro. I don't hear from you much anymore. I assume you're working a lot of overtime, so or got a lot of trips planned, and really getting out. I know you were super happy to come to Thailand. I know you really enjoyed yourself here, and I'm so glad I was able to be just a little part of that. And it was such a real honor and a pleasure to meet you, man, because you are one of a kind dude, and I have the utmost respect for you, Chuck. And thanks for coming by the live stream. Really, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it very much. Go More Hike says, how do you think that a few rules video went viral? The 2.1 million was in the bucket hat. Yeah. I think the uniqueness of that video made it go viral. I think the title, the SEO I did, that was when I was first learning about SEO. So what I did was I took a suggestion from another creator, and I used the SEO for the title and tags. And I did it in the fisherman's hat because it looked so weird. The uniqueness on you, not to get too much into YouTube and how it works, but basically, if you want success on YouTube, you need attention, and you need attention outside. Like, this is the Do More Life family right here that we're talking to, and I love you guys and will not trade you guys for nothing in the world. But in order for this channel to grow, this family's got to grow. And in order for that to happen, people have got to share videos, and people have got to get the word out about Do More Life. I'm currently going to make Do More Life family t-shirts that I'm going to be putting up on Teespring. I'll let you guys know when that comes out. I'm also going to make t-shirts with a slogan on it that you will love. That is one of my favorite slogans that will be on there, and they will be available hopefully before the weekend is over, I have to say, I think. Rick Travis says, does Thailand have flush paper toilets? Do you have to use a bum gun? Both. They have both. Chris says, I'm old and the PayPal your wrench gave me work seamless. Good. I'm glad, man. That's great. Yes, definitely thanks, Tommy, for that. Cody says, Rick, you just threw it out your window. Yeah. Ross says, Rick, reason why we don't flush paper is because most have septic and not sewers. That's true. Richard says, I will match any PayPal or Super Chat. Anyone. Wow. That's big. Chuck says, I have Manila for 3 days, then Bangkok for 2, then Phuket for 4, then back to Manila September. I hear you, man. You go, bro. You go. Alex says, go Panthers. Absolutely. I hate they lost to New England. God, I am not a New England Patriots fan. Cody says, one of my fave vids is where you and Richard put your feet in the minnow vats and nibbled dead skin off. Did you like Richard freaking out? That was one of my personal favorite parts. Was Richard was trying not to freak out, and he was. If that girl hadn't been sitting beside him, he would have freaked out, because as soon as he put his feet in, I started talking to him. I was like, Richard, do you realize that you are currently being chewed on by animals? And he goes, oh God. You can see his face. It was funny. We had that was a good video to shoot. It really was. Phantom says, any plans to discuss with a long-time expat on how Thailand has changed over the years? I've done that several times. Look up 6 years living in Pattaya. Look that up on my search bar. On my go to my homepage and look that up. That is Steve-O, my friend, and he at the time he had been here 6 years, and he discussed about 6 years living here. I've also touched base with him on his 7th year living here. I've also touched base with Ross, who has been here for the last, I think, 4 years, but he's been coming here for about, is it 17, Ross? 17 years you've been coming here, something like that. Yeah, there are plans to interview more expats like that. Phantom, that's a great question. You got good questions. Tommy says, Richard, you were a big part of making the channel grow. Yeah, Richard definitely helped out a lot. Absolutely, no question. And I'm forever grateful to him for that, for sure. Roger says, where do we find the secure luggage Richard said he got off your channel? I found shirts, but no luggage. He was talking about PackSafe. Yeah, the Go More Hike says, I like I think the brand was PackSafe. Yeah, that's the PackSafe. It didn't come off my chat. We were just talking the information came off my channel, but there was no link to it. The Amazon store was closed down, and I'm currently in the process of reopening it. I'm trying to reopen it along with my website, so it's an actual store that I can actually put my own products in. Long story on that. Ross says, Thailand infrastructure has been the biggest change over the past 18 years for me. So many better roads than highways. Okay, so there you go. Ross has been here off and on for 18 years. Travel Pro is good luggage, Richard says. Roger says, thanks, no problem. Can I send questions on the gram? Of course, Stephen. I mean, as long as they're not, crazy. I would prefer you DM me if they're going to be anything that everybody shouldn't see. Richard says Jeremy and his creativity were a big part of the channel growing. I accept 0 credit for the channel growing, just not appropriate. Jeremy's master there now, but Richard brought a new element to the channel, and what he did was he allowed me to. You have to take a little bit of the credit, Richard, because you allowed me to get off the ground here, because when you came around, we went to islands. We got to hang out with some of the nicest girls in Thailand, in my opinion. We got to meet I got to meet so many people. Much of my experience about the nightlife around Pattaya came when you came, because you knew so many people that were there. Not saying you were participating, just saying you knew a lot of those people, and I was able to meet and understand a lot more than I do now. So Richard did play a part in that for sure. Visker says, Chris, where's that guy you interviewed who was giving so many do's and don'ts while vacationing or living in Pattaya? I'm not familiar. Phantom says, Ross, I first came to Thailand in 2003. So many more tourists. Yeah, 2003 when bot was over 40. Missed those days. I believe it was 46. Actually, speaking of the bot, it's taken a little. It's taken a little. So the U.S. dollar's going up a little bit. The magic 32 number was hit day before yesterday. I don't know what it is today. If somebody wants to throw that up, you're more than welcome to. The value of the bot is always a very interesting topic of discussion. Richard says, thank you, Jeremy, for your kind words. It means a lot. It's the truth, man. It's the truth. Ross says, not today, down 50 staying. Okay. Cody says, YouTube has helped tourism everywhere, I believe. Absolutely. YouTube, everybody says they have a problem with YouTube at some point. I've even myself had a few issues, but for the most part, YouTube is taking care of my issues. This channel, because of people like Ty and Richard and other people that I've given wrenches to and that kind of thing, and because of the way that I try to present the content, we've never had a strike on this channel. It's been multiple flagged. It's been like 100 people at a time flagging it. And you just can't flag what's not there. I've been trying to get taken down that way for the longest time. I had a guy that claimed that he owned the trademark to DoMoreLife, which was a complete lie. Because you can go to the USPTO right now and see that DoMoreLife trademark for not only the channel but the website and apparel is in my name. Cody says, oh no, I'm sorry. Steven says bot at 30.38 $1. Oh, it's back to 30. Oh, it was at 32 the other day. So that's a little saddening, man. That's a little saddening. One thing I want to ask you guys about, have you heard about this Amazon rainforest being on fire? Because, listen, I'm not an environmentalist, okay? I'm really not. I'm not one of those guys that's going to be a Greenpeace person, and, I'm not big on the whole climate change thing, but because I believe the climate changes no matter what. Whether we contribute to that or not, of course we do. pretty simple. But climate change is going to happen one way or the other. That's why we have ice ages. But my question is not about that. It's about the Amazon rainforest being on fire. Do you guys know that part of the world produces 20% of our oxygen that we breathe? We are, so literally, yeah, Carl just put up 20% of our oxygen is the Amazon. 20% of the oxygen that we breathe comes from there. And right now it's burning and nobody's doing anything. So I thought about making a name. Yeah, Visker, that's right. His name's Steve. He did a video on my channel about a year ago. That's correct. But the thing about the rainforest being on fire is this ain't an American thing. It's not a China thing. It's not. It doesn't have. It's not a political thing. It's something that everybody, in my opinion, should come together and bring awareness to, so that we can get big countries like America, Canada, even Mexico, and other, Russia, China. Other countries that have Japan, the other countries that have the vast amount of resources. We got to send some people in there, guys. We got to send some people in there to stop it, or we're just going to burn the rainforest. I mean, the rainforest exists for a reason. If it burns, it's not only just 20% of our oxygen that we're losing. We're also losing. Do you have any idea what that would do to the climate? You talk about climate change. That would cause a significant amount of climate change, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, that's also, I see somebody just followed me on Instagram. That is also over or down in the description. PayPal just got Richard's request, so that is freaking awesome. Again. So I'm just saying, let's bring some awareness to it, guys. Make a video about it. If you want to, make your 10-second. Congratulations on 5 million views, Jerry, and then make your 10-second. Don't forget about the rainforest burning, guys. It's important, and I'll make 2 videos. I'll make 2 videos out of it, because I do think it's important, and I think it needs to be brought to people's attention. Really, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Let's see. Cody says bots up seems to be their way of cleaning up. Yeah, kind of does. Dino says 20.5 to Australian dollar. Ooh, that's bad, man. Phantom says, I love the Steve video, but he is going through a lot. Yeah, he's actually out of going through all that right now, to be honest with you. Phantom, I just spoke to him recently, and when I say recently, I mean last week. So he's doing very good. Richard says, I will match any super chat or PayPal. Just a second message here. Awesome subscribers. Anyone, $5, $1.99, anything, he's saying. I appreciate it, Richard. I appreciate it, man. The monetary, and so you guys know, the monetary contributions that are sent to this channel, all of that goes toward travel, equipment, and making these videos. The AdSense money I use, because AdSense doesn't cost you anything, by the way. You guys know that, right? It's just an ad on a video. It's no different than watching a commercial on TV. So the AdSense money, of course, I use in my day-to-day life, but I also use that money to help the channel grow as well, if I have any left over, and I usually do. Michael says, the Hollywood people were putting up old photos from 2009. Old photos from 2009. I'm not sure what that means. Cody says, Mother Nature seems to go through 20-year stages. Amazon may be going through a drought with fires. Not sure. Could be. Michael says, the fire is real, but misinformation being told. Okay, well, fill me in, man. Go More Hike says, the soil in a rainforest climate is fragile too. That's very, very true. And Go More Hike knows what he's talking about, because nature is his thing. Burns the trees down, destabilizes the ecosystem. Exactly. Soil won't regenerate like in a temperate forest. Yes, thank you. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Thank you for really being clear about that. Steven says, you always say the last thing you want to do is insult a Thai. Do a video on that. Why would I do a video on? I would never insult a Thai. Ever. Never. Vistor says, so what's Steve up to? He seems like a smart, well-informed guy. Do you keep in touch with him? Chris, you know my name's not Chris, right? My name's Jeremy, just so you know. But yeah, I stay in touch with him, and he's doing well. He's working, doing well. And let's see. Roger says, how do you spell your last name, Jeremy? I can't find it anywhere. Would Messenger work to contact you? Yes, contact me on Messenger, and it is Clodfelter. You will find me on there for sure. In fact, if you look at the PayPal link at the bottom in the description, it has my whole name on there in case you can't spell it. And no, I didn't just ask you for a PayPal. I'm just saying my name is on. That's one way you can find it. Let's see. Carl says, wish the other stuff was burning. Understood. Steven says, playing why you shouldn't. Explain. Ty, do you have any idea what this guy's talking about? The Stephen Hardin guy? Because I'm lost. Roger says morning tree farms would help climate change. Just have to be a lot of them. Could help feed the needy around the world. Also, incredible nutrients. Yeah, it is. And like I said, I didn't want to start a whole discussion on climate change and that kind of thing. Oh, he wants me to make a video on why you shouldn't insult a Thai national. Well, here's one reason. There was a guy up north. Now I'm paraphrasing all this. Hang on. Somebody just. Look, this just came through. Again, he's still going. Thank you again, Richard. I just can't say it enough. I mean, whatever you do from this point forward is just absolute nothing but utter gratitude, man. The guy up north got beat up by a bunch of Thais, and then he went to jail because he fought back. That's why you never insult a Thai person. That's the very short version. And I'm not saying he insulted the Thai people because I don't know the whole story, but that would be one reason why. He got beat up, like bad beat up. His eye socket got broken, eyeball messed up, all kinds of stuff. And then he went to jail. So, I can do a video on why you should never insult a Thai national. That's not a problem. I think there are more than plenty of examples of why not to do that. Cody says, Clodfelter, there it is. Your ancestors may have been soil experts. They may have been. They were Swedish, believe it or not. How to avoid insulting? Yeah, absolutely. That would be even better. That would be something I would have to get with Ross on because Ross caught me the other day. He says, hi, Clyde. Hi. I just realized that. Yep. So yeah, I agree, Ross. You shouldn't insult anyone. But Ross caught me the other day talking to a Thai with talking to him in a very simplistic English way, and some of them can really understand English, so it's kind of insulting to them. And we want to make sure that we don't, we don't insult them in any way, that kind of thing. I certainly didn't do it intentionally, and I don't think the person that I was talking to was insulted, or I certainly hope not. But it's my job to make sure that doesn't happen again. Phantom says, question to all of the live chat viewers, do you travel to Thailand? There you go. Everybody. Wrench, please do link again so I can take Richard up on his 1-for-1 offer. There you go, Chris. Thank you, man. That's going to be awesome. I think Ty just put that in the Ty just put the PayPal link in the bottom there. So as soon as it comes through, I'll show it, bro. Thank you very much for that, Chris. I really, really appreciate it. Steven, yeah, you're welcome. I just couldn't figure out what you were talking about, bud. No problem or anything. Just didn't understand what you were saying. John says, wow, you sure are growing fast. We're growing. We're definitely growing. We are definitely growing. And I say we because this, whether you like it or not, this is a family. Do More Life is a family, and it's growing. It's growing, guys. It's growing, and it's growing because of people like you, because of people like you that share the videos, because of people like you that say, "Hey, Jeremy, I have a video idea for you." Because I am not the end all be all. I'm not. I'm not the perfect person to come up with every single idea. There's nothing wrong with someone telling you, "Hey, I have a good video idea for you," and then doing it. I think it's fantastic. Let's see. Visker says, JC, I saw today on Time News feed some German foreigner fell to his death from I saw that too. I don't know anything about foul play, but if you've ever heard of the Pattaya Flying Club, that may have had something to do with it. If you don't know what that is, Google it. You will find out. Let's see, Ross, BSK, many of those fellas you read are self-induced. That's the Flying Club. Same thing. That's what Ross is trying to tell you. Dino says, kick him in the face when he was on the ground. But Dino is talking about the guy that got beat up north, right there. Ross says, just like the divers of the Golden Gate Bridge. Gilmore Heights says, yeah, it was scary and sad. I agree. Cody in Texas says, rule number 3.14, if you have more than one Thai girlfriend living on the 15th floor, it's not a good idea. that's not only is it not a good idea, but you might find yourself on the fast way down. Let's see here. We got another. Chris has done his $10. I think that's what was requested by Richard, I believe. I'm not sure. But Chris, thank you again so much. Very much appreciate that. That's awesome. You guys have been awesome, man. This is these last 2 weeks have really been good for this channel and have really been good for me. And if as long as everything goes according to plan, I really think you guys are going to see that there are going to be some major changes coming up in the next 30 days by the end of September. And we're going to be shooting some different stuff, and it's going to be a big surprise. And I hope it works. I hope it goes through. I'm not promising you anything yet, but I hope everything works out. That's all I can say. It's going to be great if it does. If it works out, it's going to be great. It's going to be really, really great. And you guys are going to be like, oh my God, now the channel is going to like 40,000 subs. Trust me. Ross says, just like, yep, got that. Gilmore Heights says, wise words, true. Roger says, where do we go to read about this incident with the guy up north? I think Pattaya1.com had that story. Also, you can find it on Bangkok Jack, I believe. Yeah, Ross says Bangkok Jack had an article on it. It's all over the internet. In as far as Thailand travel groups, it's all over everywhere. Gordon says, my balcony railing is lower than my hips. One small nudge and I could fly. I really think that tall Westerner who have had a bit too much to drink can easily go overboard. Hey, that's absolutely possible, Gordon. Absolutely possible. 100%. I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that either. Yes, Ross, he was released 2 days from jail later, but he still is, his passport is being held and he has to face trial here in Thailand. And he has, right now, his court costs are whatever's in that article. I forgot what it was, but it was a stupid number of money that he had to have. We got another PayPal here. Richard did what he said he was going to do. 10 more there from Richard. For Chris, match that. Richard, thank you again, brother. I just can't say thank you enough. I just can't. I can't say it enough. And yes, we say thank you in the South. We don't say thank you. We say thank you. But in all honesty, guys, when I teach, I don't talk like this. I promise, I don't talk like this at all. Not ever for any reason, under any circumstances. I always make sure to teach my children correctly. And when I say my children, it's just because the kids that I teach are wonderful. They're absolutely wonderful, and I have a very good time with them. We have a good rapport, and I hope that what's coming up at the end of September really, really puts life into perspective for you guys. I hope everything works out. I really do. If not, we'll find another way, but I really hope it works. Green Army, what's up, buddy? How are you, man? How's the Jeep doing? Hope everything's well with Sally. That's for sure. You guys give me 1 second. I will be right back. I need to get my Oshi tea out of the refrigerator, and I'll be right back with you guys. 1 second. Okay, we now have Oshi tea. We are ready to go. Let me get the mic. Had to have something to wet my whistle. I was getting kind of dry there. All right, my phone just went off like 13 times while I was going. What did I miss, guys? I want to make sure I didn't miss anything super important here. If you guys send any messages or anything, I certainly didn't get them. So, all right, let's go back to where we were. Gio, what's up? Good to see you, bud. Let's see. Okay. Rick Travis says, oh wait, Cody says, I prefer a balcony railing to reach top of my stomach, and I'm about 5'11". Yeah, I prefer it to be a little bit higher than that. I like it to be about my chest height. I'm just a little over 5'9", so I'm not that tall. Rick says, do you still hang out with those 3 girls from your 28 Thailand island video? Haven't seen them in a while. Occasionally when I'm in the area, which is in Pattaya. As you guys know, I don't go there very often anymore. But when I do, I occasionally see some of them, and sometimes I occasionally talk to them online or Messenger or anything else like that, because they are good people. Good people. We got very lucky. Richard actually knows some good people here in the greater Pattaya area. Let's say that. But that's a good question, Rick. No problem with that. Thank you kindly. Exactly. That's more Alabama right there, or more Georgia, Alabama-ish. Danny is thank you kindly. That's like when Grandma used to hand you sweet tea. Thank you kindly. Tommy says, "Hey guys, movies cost $12, and this channel provides more entertainment." You got a good point there, Tommy. Thank you, man. I appreciate that, bro. I really, really appreciate that. Everybody's excited to see Green Army, and they should be, man, because Green Army is a good dude for real. I'm doing great. Thanks. He says, good. Cody says, I watch a ton of videos to plan my retirement. This one, I've learned 75% of what I know. That's awesome, man. Stuff like that makes me feel good too, just like a super chat or anything else would. Makes me feel it. the monetary stuff makes me understand that if you guys are willing to give up your hard-earned money, or not give up, but to contribute your hard-earned money to a channel that you know is always going to be here and that is always going to be doing content to try to help you and that kind of thing, then I'm like, it makes me feel so good. And the monetary value then helps me produce more content for you. But those comments like that about, like, I learned 75% of what I know from your channel, that's just awesome. It's so fulfilling to do those things. Do more stairs. Geo, there's Geo. Mike S. Hi, gang. I've been trying to lurk my way to some level of familiarity. Something special going on in these here parts. Don't know. Not exactly sure what you mean by that, Mike, but we're rocking here. Let's see. Roger McGee. Are you out here, Roger? Okay, buddy. I guess that means you're taking off. Thank you for everything, man, and I hope you have a wonderful Friday night over there or wherever you are. Hope you have a good weekend. How's that? Danny from Go More Hike is saying, howdy, everybody. Like I said before, if you guys have never seen Danny's channel, Go More Hike, go over there and look at it. He does a lot of outdoor nature reviews and shows you a lot of stuff out in nature. It's really, really, really good. So if you like his stuff, subscribe and show him some little bit of support. Eugene says, hey there, JC. Hello, Eugene. Good to see you. Howdy, good morning, Mike S. And Victor says, JC, that story you said is on Bangkok Jack. It was, yeah, correct. Jim Barr, hi, Jeremy. Congratulations on the views. Thank you, Jim. Appreciate that. Yeah, we kind of forgot that the whole point of this the whole point of this little celebration was the 5 million views. And I want to encourage you guys, seriously, make a shoot it with your cell phone. Just make sure it's sent in either MP4, which your cell phone will record in the right format, most likely if you have a newer one, MP4 or .mov format, and make a 20-second congratulations on 5 million views, Jeremy, or this is why I'm part of the Do More Life family, or I'm something about the channel, something positive about the channel, and I'll put them all together and we'll make a video out of it, guys. And I think that would be cool. I think that would be super, super cool. Mike S says, spent 3 years, late 60s, 20 miles from Mount Airy, North Carolina. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, Andy Griffin territory for sure. Accent is a blast from the past. Oh, good. I'm glad you like it, Mike. I'm definitely a North Carolina boy. Cody says, while you were getting tea, notice not one bug on your wall. Yeah, it's a clean place, man. Oh, Roger was waving. Okay, sorry about that, Roger. Desert Rider says, hey, Jeremy, like you, I'm from the South too. Could you please compare the differences between being in a Southern Christian environment and a mainly Buddhist Thai environment? I'll just touch on a little bit because we definitely usually don't talk religion at all on this channel. But I'll say because I did grow up in, the Southern Baptist thing, not all, not everybody is a Buddhist, okay, that's in Thailand. And the Buddhist culture, if you find an actual Buddhist, you're going to find a very peaceful, a very loving and caring person. Whereas you already know what Southern Christianity is like in the U.S., I would presume. That can be they can be the snake in the grass, so to speak, from time to time. So you just have to be careful. That's about it. I'm sorry, Desert Rider. I just really don't do religion, and very little religion, very little politics. I always say 3 things not to talk about. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but the politics and religion are 2 of them. We should do a vid. Dino says we should do a vid up at Chiang Mai when I come. My shout, amazing place to film. That would be nice for sure. Gotta go, says Carl. Do more life with my pillow. I hear you, man. Get your rest. Rest is very, very, very important. Very important. So go get your rest on, my friend. And thank you so much for dropping by. I appreciate it. Carl says, Ross says, Carl, let's do more sleep. Roger says, if that story is all over the news, why can't you say the name? Just trying to figure out how things work there. If what story are you referring to, Roger? I'm sorry, confused. Because let me explain how this works. You don't say anything about ties, period. Okay. About the guy getting beat up, yeah. You don't say anything about it. I'm a foreigner. I'm a guest in this country. I do not have the right to have an opinion. Free speech, not so much. Okay. Don't think that you're going to come over here and have the same kind of free speech that you have in the Western world, because it just ain't going to happen, my friend. We've seen people get kicked out of countries in Southeast Asia just for expressing their opinion. So I have no opinion on just about anything, other than the ties that I've encountered have been wonderful people, and I respect them. And I've dealt with law enforcement over here. I've dealt with attorneys. I've dealt with government people, and all of them have been very helpful and have given me the answers I needed. Have been just good people. So we don't talk about ties. We just don't talk about them. Tommy says, post many still photos of subs you have been able to meet along with your video. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, definitely. You guys will have to send me those photos too, though, because I don't have many. Usually, like Tommy, when you and I met, I believe you took that photo, correct? So you would have to you'd have to post that photo, or not post it, but send me that photo. That would be cool. Desert Rider says, perfect. Thanks. No problem. My pleasure. And hey, there's Carl. Good morning, Carl, or wherever you are. ESL teachers can't talk about politics, religions, or relationships. Well, it's definitely not ESL teachers, that's for sure, but just about anybody, for real. If you're not a Thai citizen, you really don't have the right to talk about pretty much anything in Thailand. You just have to be giving, like this YouTube channel has survived because I give straight up 100%, not my honest, I give my honest opinion, but I also give the facts, right? So in this country, you can get away with talking about facts. A country like the Philippines, however, it doesn't matter if it's a fact or not. Like if you say something about a Filipino, even if it's true, it's still a crime in the Philippines. That's a true story. Look it up. Look up the libel and slander laws of the Philippines, and you will see what I'm saying. And that's one reason I feel more comfortable here in Thailand. Green Army says, keep going. Yes, sir. Cody in Texas, never deface Thai money. That's for sure. Treat people the way you want to be treated. How you treat them will be returned tenfold, whether it's good or bad. I agree 100%. I just got a photo. Yeah, okay, Tommy. There's the photo. There you go. I'm looking forward to your videos, guys. Send them to me. Ty, can you put up my email address, please, so these guys can send the videos to the email address? That would be very, very nice. And or do you still have it? If you don't, it's JD, D as in David, JDC 5306 at gmail.com. You guys send me all the video clips you want to, and I'll put it together, and it'll be awesome. Carl says, you find in Thailand what you bring into it. Show respect, you get respect. Show disrespect, there you go. That's absolutely correct. 100%. Desert Rider, $5. I hear you, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. I genuinely appreciate that. I'm trying to find a little bar over here. It says, hey, Richard T, time to step up. I missed the big 2+ hour video the other day. Count me in. Richard has stepped up, bro. Richard has stepped up to the tune of like $200. He's kicked out today, so he has definitely stepped in. Our new experience says, I only have the video of us having coffee. That's cool, man. No, what I'm talking about is like, somebody mentioned earlier, because the channel had 5 million views, do like a congratulations on 5 million views video, that kind of thing, and send it to me in my email, and then I'll put all the clips together from all the people, and we'll have hopefully just got Bangkok Jack update here. Tourist dies in Phuket. Imagine that. But we'll put together a compilation of all the videos, and I think it would be cool. I think it would be great. Let's see. Carl says, "Good morning, Jeremy. I'm currently in China." Oh, good for you, man. That's one place I just don't have any interest in, though. For some reason, I mean, I have an interest in there, but I just don't think I would like it very much for some reason. I don't know. Are your experiences? Oh, I have a picture of us with Chuck having ribs at Smoking Joe's. Yeah, send pictures, send videos, send all that stuff, man. Whatever you got there. Let's see. We got. Thanks for putting that up, Ty. My email address is right there, guys. I'll send that. Okay, sounds good. People are sending photos now. That's great. Hey, Don. Oh, never mind. I know that was wrong, Don. I know, gotcha. Let's see. Cody says, subscribe to your channel, Hike. Oh, that's good. Let's see. Ross. That is the rule of life. You get what you give. That's so true. Carl says, go more hike. The weather is very hot at the moment in China. The quality of life varies greatly depending on which part you're in. Yeah, very interesting. Richard says, matching desert rider. Boom. Thanks, Richard. You're going off today, bro. I appreciate it so much, man. I really do. Really, genuinely appreciate it. I don't even know what to say about that, except I genuinely appreciate it. Carl says the quality of life in Thailand, the quality of life is better in Thailand, and open internet for a start is much better. And he agrees that he likes Thailand. So basically, we're coming up on 2 hours, guys. And I just want to remind you of the things I talked about earlier in the video in case you missed it. One, and kind of something I think would be cool. Well, one thing I did was I showed my actual degree that is a real college degree here, because some people were asking about it. The other thing is I talked about the power of forgiveness and how it's for you, not the other person. I talked about don't live in the what if. I definitely don't want to live in the what if any longer for any reason. If somebody tells you they're going to do something, take their word for it until it either doesn't happen. Don't worry about, what if I don't get that job, or what if I don't get this, or, a girl promised you a date and, well, what if she doesn't show up? Don't live in the what if, just assume it's going to happen. And, you'll find yourself a lot less stressed out, because if it doesn't happen, in my experience, things that don't happen that are promised to happen usually happen for the right reason. You usually find a good reason that it didn't happen, and you move on to something better when that happens. So if you're living in the what if, is just not really it's just not really a thing. Just don't worry about it, guys. I also talked about the Amazon rainforest, and please try to bring some kind of awareness to it. It's burning, in case you guys didn't know. This is not I'm not talking about climate change or governments or any of that stuff. I'm just saying people need to understand that somebody's going to have to get behind this and stop it. And the other thing I talked about was how trials and tribulations build character. And specifically, those of you that know me, and know some of the stuff that I've had to deal with and the people that I've had to deal with over the last 2 years, and know that I am continue. That's right, Carl. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Most disappointments are blessings in disguise. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Exactly what I was trying to say. Thank you for saying that. And Go More Hike said, so thanks for saying that, Ron. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe button, share, ring that bell, everyone. Yep, it does make me feel warm and fuzzy. Danny said, so think back on college. What classes were most useful for you in your TEFL job? Actually, probably just observing my teachers were more helpful than anything else, to be honest. I don't think the classes were that helpful. I think observing teachers teaching was more helpful, to be honest. But yeah, Carl's got it. He's right on it. Most disappointments are blessing in disguise. That's so true. And I believe that with all my heart. Learning experiences, yes, Ross, absolutely. Ron's a good dude. Ron is a great dude. Ron is a man that I have a lot of respect for, and just a great guy. Great guy all the way around. Great guy. Can't say anything else about him other than the fact that he's a great guy. Green Army is also a great guy too, and I'd like to see him more of him. But he's got Sally, his Jeep, and he loves that Jeep, and I love the fact that he loves that Jeep so much. But building character, guys, when the disappointments and the things that come along with those disappointments, if something doesn't happen that's supposed to happen, it's just going to build your character. It's going to make you a better person. The next time you're going to figure out exactly what you did wrong, or exactly what you maybe didn't do wrong, and what you could have done better, and perhaps. So those are kind of the things that I talked about. Building character to me is better than building muscle in the body, because your character will shine through where people will actually get to know the inside of you. You can put on as much muscle and look as good as you want to, but if your character's all messed up, nobody's really going to want to hang around you for long periods of time. Eric's back. Got back home and phone is on charger. Hope you had a good night. Talking about dealing with people, I will have to message you with what happened to me while I was at a bar watching your broadcast. Absolutely do that. It wouldn't surprise me, Eric, if you didn't start getting emails and messages from people talking about me and that kind of thing. It happens to everybody that becomes friends with me. So just get prepared for it. And the only difference is people don't know that you are in a position to not even have to worry about any of that stuff. And I'm very grateful for that. Ron says, our experience says, Ron has a great channel. So yes, I'm so glad you said that. Ron has a channel and Green Army does too, guys. So if you have a chance, go over and check them out as well. Anthony says, got here too late. No, you're not too late, Anthony. Tommy says, thanks, Ty, for the mod. Oh man, always Ty. Ty's like, usually I don't message Ty and ask him to mod. I just let him come on if he's not doing anything. But last night I actually messaged him for this one and asked him if he would come on, because I really needed his experience. He's so good at moderating, and I needed his experience on this live stream. So Ty, big thank you to you, my friend. You have done an outstanding, amazing, wonderful job today, and really can't say thank you enough for that. Let's see. Anthony says, did you guys talk any fasting? Didn't talk fasting. Not today. Let's see. Ross says, so far, not much need to mod, very little trolling. Yeah, I agree. And it's getting that way more and more, because the fact of the matter is, they understand. It's not working. It's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. Roger says, cool, I'll come check your channel out. I'm in Ponca City, raised in Cordell. Interesting. David, here comes David right at the very end. David is a friend of mine. I met him last time he was here. Great guy, wonderful guy. And he says, "Morning, Jeremy. 5:30 here in Sweden. Been working for 3 hours now in between drives." Well, David, thank you for dropping by, brother. And I hope you are doing very, very well, sir. And I am looking forward to seeing you next time. Eric says, talking about brains over brawn, I had to sit straight that person who was sitting next to me who was mad that I wanted to travel outside the U.S. Good for you, buddy. Good for you. Good for you, because people that don't travel, you'll as you live your life, more and more you will see that people that don't travel and people that do travel, there's just an inherent, and Ross and I were talking about this the other day, there's just an inherent difference in their character overall. And I'm not saying that people that don't travel are bad people or have a character flaw. I'm just saying you can really tell the difference in somebody who has traveled and who has not. Anthony says, I have a lot to share on the topic. Okay, we'll talk about it one day for sure. Ron said, he's talking to Roger. Gordon says, I'm an expert on fasting if it comes up. Yes, Gordon, actually, I remember talking to him about fasting briefly. It was either a chat or when I met you in the mall that day, Gordon. I can't remember. But I remember you talking about fasting. And maybe we'll do a show on fasting. You guys can just come on and I'll figure out how to use that new program where I can get 3 or 4 people on at one time. Let's see. Sean Lee. Hello, Mr. Sean Lee. How are you, sir? Back October, says David. Awesome. Great. Can't wait to see you, man. Cody says, never ask how long does TEFL take to complete. Depends on what kind of school you go. Depends on the school you go to, pretty much. I've heard of people doing it in 3 days. I've heard of people doing it in 3 months. So just kind of whatever you feel like doing. Ty says they know to stay away when I'm here. That's also true. That there's actually some truth to that. And I very much agree. They know to stay away because then they know they're not going to get anything through. And that's one reason I love having you as a moderator on this channel. Absolutely, just it's a super, super blessing for you to do that. Roger's talking to Ron. Go more hike laughing. Steven says, traveling the best. I quit my job and began traveling all year. I'll be humble when I return back to the United States. If I return, you definitely will. Definitely will. I agree. Bisker says, I agree, JC. Some of the people near my circle are haters because they wonder how I travel so much and they can't. And that's what happens. People get jealous. People get resentful. And then all of a sudden, you're more successful than they are. And they've got to try to bring you down to their level. So, or they've got to try to keep you from succeeding in order to make themselves feel better. And that's the definition of a hater. Definition. Anthony says, better sooner than later. I agree. Eric says, I told him that he served our country to instill the values of freedom and democracy, but yet here he sits trying to deprive me of my freedoms. I understand. Yeah. So always have a big respect. Me personally, I always have a huge respect for our armed services. Armed services. Our people, our men and women in uniform in America, always. But I can see your point from that, Eric. I definitely see your point. Actually, that's about as well said as it can get. And I don't know what else to say about that. Ross says, being a traveler opens your eyes to how different people live their lives and what is really important in life. There you go. Ross hit it on the head. That's the nail on the head right there. What's really important in life? That's what traveling will teach you. That's what traveling will teach you. Anthony says, for some, it could be life-saving. I know, Anthony. We're going to get there, buddy. I promise we're going to get there. We're going to get there. Ron says, best advice I can give is that you're never too old to travel, but probably best not to wait until you're 72 like I was for the first time. I would say I agree with that statement 110%, Ron. It's probably not best to wait until you're 72. I would have to say I agree. However, that you are the role model for people that people like Gary Vaynerchuk talk about. He's like, you're going to live longer now because of modern medicine and modern this, and you're going to live to be 80 and eventually 90 and this kind of thing. And he's like, he said, do you know how many 50-year-old and 60-year-old startup entrepreneurs are being created around me every day who are calling me for advice on how to start a business? And I'm like, wow, that is amazing. So you're right, Ron. You're never too old to start, and you are a living testament, living example of that. And I actually use you in a lot of, I don't use your name, but I actually use your situation in many of my talks that I have with people about why, I'm too old and this, that, and the other and that kind of thing. And I'm like, no, you don't understand. I know a guy. So, Cody says, Asia, family is first. Here in the U.S., people are spoiled and everything is me, me, me. Thailand, they greet strangers with open arms. They do. But the U.S. is the problem in the U.S. is entitlement. That's it. Everybody thinks they're entitled to something. That's the U.S. problem. Including myself. For a long time, I still thought I was entitled, even in a foreign country, and then I realized I wasn't. Anthony says, greatest honor a man can have is to save another's life through. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I couldn't agree more with that statement. Ron says, my mom lived to be 95. She died 7 years ago. Wow. So that means you got a whole lot of time left in you, man. You might as well plan on 4 or 5 vacations, bro. Visker says, JC, you should bucket list the annual Brazilian festival in Rio. I definitely want to go to Brazil. I have so many Brazilian friends from back in the States. I would love that. You'll have the time of your life, but wait, you're not the party type of guy, so scratch that. No. I love going to the parties. I don't drink or do any kind of drugs or anything like that. So I just don't participate in that kind of partying. Going out, you can ask Richard. I'm sure Richard's still here. Going out with Richard, I went to the party. I just didn't, drink or anything when I was at the party. I had a great time going out with him when he was here. Great time. I have a great time when I go out. Ross doesn't drink very much. I don't think I've seen him drink. Maybe he drinks a little or something, but I don't think I've ever seen Ross drink. So I go out with him, hang out with him, and we have a good time. And we have our own little kind of parties. Our parties are like, we go out and we eat and we talk about positive things and how to bring positive things into our life. To me, that's a party. Okay, Ross says Ross does not drink. So there you go. Eric says, or Chris says, great morning video. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate that, man. I really appreciate it. I appreciate your contributions today. They will go a long way, and I can assure you they will not be wasted. So thank you very, very much. Eric says, my uncle is buried in Arlington. My father served in the Navy as well as my uncles. I have great respect for service people. Just wanted to add that point. Great inspiration from your chats. Yes, sir. Absolutely. I didn't take that any other way, Eric. Not at all. I'm glad you added the point. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't take it as you were being disrespectful to anybody. I don't think anybody in here did. I understand your point 100%. And thanks for adding that to it. Ron said she took much better care of herself than I did. Come on, man. We'll get you some green juice and Anthony. I think Anthony's going to teach you how to fast, and you're gonna be a young man again. Gray hair is going to turn brown. Gordon says, Gordon's talking to Ron. Tommy says, JC, Coca-Cola drunk. Yep, Coca-Cola. That's me. The only reason I'm not still drinking this Coke is because it got warm real warm. I have to stick it in the fridge and drink it later. Cody says beer is bad for me. If I keep it at 6 or 7, it's past that, I can't handle it anymore. Well, as long as you know your limit, man, that's you, right? Like my limit is 0. I can't do it at all. If you can do 6 or 7 and maintain your composure and still keep your wits about you, it's your life, man. I don't judge people at all, ever. I don't judge people that drink or do things or whatever. As long as you're not hurting me or, like hurting somebody else that's like actually, causing damage, I don't care. Ross says wife will drink a beer once or twice a month. Ross says Jason, I love that Oshi lemon honey green tea. Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Richard says epic live stream, and yes, JC is the first to leave from the bars at night as early as 9:30 p.m. But it's time for me to get to bed. Been a long work week, 8 hours of sleep ahead. Thank you so much, Richard, man. Like from the bottom of my heart, dude. Thank you for everything that you've done, not just today, not just before. But when you were here, everything you helped me do then, I can't wait to see you again. And I really, 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 really appreciate what you did today, man. Really appreciate it. Epic live stream indeed. So glad you were a part of it. And I'm glad this helped made your Friday night. So thank you for being here, buddy. I really appreciate it, man. Are your experience as poker will keep Ron's mind fresh anyway? You two are the poker guys, right? Cody says, but like 6 over 3 or 4 hours, eat and shoot some pool. That's a good idea. Anthony says, launching my YouTube channel January 1, and much part thanks to you. You gave me the courage and inspiration. That's awesome, Anthony. Thank you so much for saying that. And we will have a nice long chat about fasting at some point. Maybe perhaps we'll have a what you need to do, Anthony, is send me a message on Facebook Messenger and make sure it's the one where I'm holding my chin like this, and I have a camera. I have a camera right here, and it's holding my chin up. Make sure it's that one. Send me a message, and we'll set a date and a time to talk about fasting. Cody says, thanks, Richard. Absolutely. Thanks to Richard. Tommy says the same. Everybody's saying the same. Thank you, Anthony, again. Tommy, you have a good weekend, sir. And to everyone, I'm going to call it right here at 2 hours and 16 minutes. I love you guys. Whatever you do today, I want you to know I appreciate you guys so, so, so much. And to the DoMoreLife family, I love you all. Ty, thank you so, so much for just doing an awesome job moderating. You always do, bro. And I just can't say enough about how well you are at moderating, man. So thank you so much for that. And everybody that has contributed, you guys have stuck around. Eric, take care, be safe, do more life. Eric has volunteered his time to help me put together this website for you guys. I mean, Ross has been one of the greatest allies I've ever met, one of the best friends that I'll probably ever meet. And I'm just super, super happy to know him. Green Army says, I'm into the T-shirts. As soon as I get those posted, I'll let you guys know. Or as soon as I get those made, I'll let you guys know. Ross says, remember to send JC pics and videos of you doing more life. That's right. Just send. You don't even have to say congratulations on the 5 million views. Just say, just send pictures and videos of you doing more life. That would be awesome, man. That would be absolutely awesome. No worries, Steven. And everybody take care. Whatever you do today, be sure you do more life. Take care, David. I will see you guys on the next one. Love you. Mean it.